Big boy on the rails. Hello everybody, welcome back to Old Frail and Decrepit. Today, I went to the local train store, and this followed me home. Now, I've never had one of these. This is a K-line set with everything you need. Track, transformer, and what you see here, the locomotive, tender, boxcar, log dump, and caboose. So, together, we're going to unbox this, and we're going to put it on the track. I haven't even tried this yet. I've literally had this for several hours. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. So, you and I are going to do that together. And we'll have a look at something else I picked up while I was there. So, thanks for watching. All right, we're ready to start unboxing this now. I walked into the train store. I'd seen this there a couple weeks ago, and they wanted $150 for it. Well, you know, I'm kind of cheap. So I asked to see it, and the owner come up and he says, he saw I was kind of wavering on it. He says, give me $100, you can take it home. Well, that kind of just settled the deal. At that point, I knew it had to come home. So, this looks like your standard beginning set. What really attracted me to this was the locomotive. And we'll see this after we get this open. But it appears to be made from the same casting as the Marks 333. So we're going to have a look, and then we're going to compare it to a Marks 333. Now it looks to be that everything is here. In fact, they even went so far as to still have the ribbons in there. So we got this little cover here to take off. And we'll start here with the log dump car. Now these here slots here are intentionally empty. But here is the, let's see, make sure I'm getting that in there. Yep, there we go. This is the log dump car, and it uses the activator button on the bottom. Let's get that on the track. And it's got working couplers. Let's take a look at them wheels. Has this thing even ever been out of the box? Well, if it has, it hasn't had a lot of running. So, this is the box car, and opening doors. Now it says pacemaker freight service, but it isn't the two-tone, you know, upper red, lower gray. But it also has a couple of crates to go in the boxcar. So we may as well throw them in there if I don't drop them all over the floor. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to push that out of the way. There. Now it'll close. And we got our caboose here. Yeah, I've really got to question just how much this has been out and used. All right, especially if you can't get it out of the bag. There we go. And it's a lighted caboose. That looks like a good deal there. Get them on the track, right? There we go. Then we'll go to the tender here. Now I'm going to guess this must have some sort of sound with it. I haven't even looked at the box ends to see what it has to say about the features on this particular one. That's a good looking tender too. Nice looking load. Yep, definitely has a whistle in it. Looks like an air whistle. All right. Now, I'll tell you what, just handling that stuff, you definitely get the feeling that it's never been out of the box. Just look at the way those are packaged. I have to get me my little knife to get those loose. There we go. Four logs, they're plastic, and they are molded with to look like actual wood. Now for the thing we've all been waiting for. Let's get that. Oh, that's handy. The whole styrofoam's going to come up out of there. There we go. And look at that. What a good looking locomotive that is. So let's get her on the track and watch it run. Now, before we get started here, we should probably have a quick look at the instructions, because the instruction book is here. Even has instructions how to put the track together. Suggestions on track layout, reversing unit, short circuit protection. Ooh, free trial issue from Classic Toy Trains. Wonder if that's still good. Well, let's see what it says here. Oh, it does have suggestions for, or the instructions for where it needs to be oiled. Okay, and it does have a smoke unit, and their instructions, and I don't know if you can see that there, their instructions are place a small amount of WD-40 in the smokestack and operate the unit until the smoke stops. Flush out with high quality electronic contact cleaner. Allow the cleaner to evaporate and operate as previously instructed. Huh. Oh, I guess that's if the smoke unit becomes clogged. I didn't read it all yet. So 6 drops of smoke fluid. So we can do that. We're gonna go with Mega Steam. JT's Mega Steam Apple Harvest. So 6 drops. And we're ready to go. Well, we do have a headlight. Yeah, we don't have smoke yet, but I don't have very much power to it yet either. All right, let's have a quick look at it. Okay, the reverse unit is on. Oh, once again, a little too high tech for me. Notice where the smoke unit switch is at. It's in the off position. Let's give this another try. And I also didn't try the reverse unit, but that is in the on position. All right, here we go. This should make a difference. Okay, let's try it in reverse. Nope. Yeah, you do have the neutral, which you don't have on the Mark stuff. And let's see if we get some smoke this time now that it's on. Now it does say that the smoke unit runs between 12 and 14 volts. So this is 14 volts running right here. And I did see the beginnings of smoke coming out of the stack. Well, it's not setting the world on fire with the amount of smoke, but there is smoke coming out. All right, here we have our K-Line 3017 and our Marks 333. So let's just see just how close those castings really are. Now, the first thing that I always notice on these is the slope on the front of the cab. And if you'll notice, the rivets, and it's not going to be too easy because they're kind of far off, but you can see the rivet pattern looks to be identical. Of course, there's a difference. You know, this is modern construction. This is probably 50s to 60s construction. But very, very similar. Right down to the little cover over the window, the little awning, and then the pattern of the vents over the cab. Definitely see the similarity. Then the detail across the top of the boiler. Right down to the small stack right in front of the smokestack, and the position of the marker lights. Now, the Marks comes apart with screws right here on the steam chest. But you see, K-Line changed theirs. Now, K-Line still has a screw right here for the boiler face. Marks had an outie and theirs is an innie. Now, one thing I did notice that was different between these two was the cow catcher. They've gone with an open grill, and theirs is closed in. But you can definitely see the heritage of where this K-Line comes from. But I can tell you right now, that K-Line is a very, very smooth running locomotive. I did find some differences. You know, of course, obviously there is the difference between the pickups, but the castings here, these little pipes run all the way back, whereas on the Marks, they only run to about here. And you've got your switches here. This is for the smoke unit. This is for the reversing unit. But notice this here. You have traction tires, where Marks depended entirely on the weight of the locomotive. Speaking of which, why don't we get us a scale and check these two weight-wise? We're going to have a quick look now at the K-Line Super Snap Track. Now, if you look here, you can see that it is tubular track with plastic ties. Now, these ties would put it up to the level of Lionel O gauge track. So it actually does match up with that. Now it is taller than the 027 track that I use on mine, but it is made to work with the other, with the O gauge track, with the taller ties. Now, in looking through the different posts, like on O gauge railroading, things like that, you can connect this to the regular Lionel stuff by either cutting these loops off, or by just moving the tie on the Lionel O gauge just back about an inch to allow clearance if you don't want to cut your super snap. And I'll just put it together here. You see, you just bring it together here. I guess it doesn't go on top, it goes underneath. Okay, there we go. And it does take a little bit of force. All right, come on, baby. You worked before. No, you can work now. There, almost. There. And you see it's got the dark center rail. Here are your connections. Does look like a pretty good system. And this also has the activator track for your action cars. So it does look like a pretty nice looking system, and it would be a better look than just your plain O gauge track. Well, this is the K-line power pack transformer, and these are the connections that they sent along with it. And if I was using the K-line track, these would work out perfectly. But the connections on the back of this transformer are also set up to handle if in this situation where I'm not hooking up to their track. So I've just got some regular wire. So let's see how it works. And we're also going to try and see if we can't get that whistle to work. So here we go. Let's take a look. Okay. Nothing. Now let's see why I'm getting nothing. Oh, guess what? They have an on-off switch. They have an off switch here, and then just on the other side here, just above where the cord goes in, there's another switch. Now let's try that again. You know, a lot of these things would work a lot better if you just read the instructions first. Just a word to the wise. Hey, look at that. I have a light on. Let's see what happens now. Oop, nothing. Oh. Yes, sirree. Reading the instruction manual sure helps. All right, let's see what we can do. Hey, look at that. We've actually got it running. Let's see what we do whistle-wise. Now apparently, this runs at a different voltage than the ZW, because I couldn't get the whistle to work on the ZW. Here are all of my K-line rolling stock. Now this little bag of 10 blade cars I got for $2. So $2 for 4 Marks 6-inch cars. I think that's a pretty good deal. See, here's one of the Colorado and Southern refrigerator cars. Has both doors. Has a little bit of surface rust in the corner here. Has all of its wheels and couplers. That'll go good with the rest of those that I have. And another Santa Fe tank car. Again, complete. Got a little bit of surface rust, but for the price, couldn't complain. Now, this is the one that I'm the most pleased with out of this little container. It's a Union Pacific cattle car, but it's got the slotted sides. Rather than just printed on, these are actually stamped open. And it does have both of its doors and its wheels and couplers. It's a pretty nice looking little car. Needs a little cleaning. And then we've got the New York Central 556 caboose. Again, complete car. Got the ladder at the back. Could stand a little cleaning. I'm sure it definitely could use a little oil. But at 50 cents a piece, not gonna complain.